Hello, friends. Happy Thursday. It's me, Jana, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I am here with a card. I am so tickled with how it turned out. I have this brand new to me set, the Merriest Trees bundle. So you get a, when you purchase the bundle, which is both things here, you get the stamp and die set. You can purchase them individually. This die set is so cool. I absolutely love it. With the two of them combined, you can create so many different trees. Whether you want to make Christmas trees with them or just use them in like some scenic stamping, however you want to use these. This is an awesome set. You even get this nice tag in this die set, and you get, see these little tiny ornaments here? You get 3 dies to cut those out, so you can stamp them and cut, multiples of 3 out at a time. So if you want to put little ornaments all over your tree, that makes it easier. And there's just some fun extra things in the die set, all these different stars, this base here for the tree, or you can use this die to cut out this little stake here, however you want to do it. Anyway, I just think this is an awesome set. Let's get to it. I hope you are having a great week. Okay, I've got this big tree loaded up here on my stamping platform. There's the big solid tree, and then there's this one, excuse me, that you can go back and add a different color, or you can stamp it up with Versamark and add snow to your tree, however you want to do it. It's just an awesome set. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just really tickled with this stamp set. All right, I've got all my little parts and pieces here. Now, if you are a traditional color only for Christmas person, you might not want to do your card the way that I'm going to do it today, but I am using some fun colors. I was in one of our stores. We have Fred Meyer here. I'm not sure where you live if you have that. It's a big, it's like Walmart, they've got groceries and clothes and all the things. So we were in there one evening, and they had, this is probably back still before Halloween maybe, but they had already started putting out their Christmas things. And they had these pretty little Christmas trees that were pastel colored in layers, and I just fell in love with them. And I didn't have this stamp set yet, but I had it in my mind when I saw those trees, and I thought, oh, now I've got to get that stamp set, and I've got to do something like that. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm inking up this stamp with soft sea foam to begin with. I'm going to be stamping it in a few different colors. And I'm going to do that again because it had some modeling there. That happens sometimes when you have these solid stamps. All right, let's see how that is. Okay, I'm happier with that there. So I'm going to set that one aside and put another one on here. And I think I've got that lined up okay. Let's see. All right, let me get that color cleaned off my stamp. So you could totally do this in different shades of green or just different colors from what I'm using. But I think it turns out really fun. Okay, so the next color I'm using, I'm just going to fan that off since it's a little bit wet. Let me move it over a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to use Balmy Blue next. So there's 5 layers to this tree, and I'm going to be stamping it in 5 different colors here. That's my fault. I saw there was a little spot there where it wasn't inked up very good. All right, one more time here. I think we'll be good. All right. Can you believe how fast time flies? I mean, it just seems like it was the beginning of November. And here we are almost to Thanksgiving, and then in no time at all, it will be Christmas. When I was a kid, it seemed like there was a good amount of time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but anymore, it just seems like it's Thanksgiving, Christmas. I mean, just a few days apart. Okay, so next color, I'm going to use Lemon Lolly. This is one of the returning colors. I believe it was a returning color. It was before my time with Stampin' Up, but it's a really pretty yellow. I like it a lot. I like it a lolly. All right. And we'll go ahead and do this one again. This pad's pretty juicy because it's new. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. And I did get ink up there. I did some of the other die cutting and stuff that I needed to do for this card today ahead of time, just so I wouldn't be taking up your whole afternoon. All right, the next color I'm going to use is Highland Heather. Like I said, these are totally not traditional red and green Christmas colors, but over the last several years, there's been a lot more pastels and just different colors being introduced into Christmas decorations and card making and all the stuff. And I have no problem with it because I love colors. Red's always been my favorite. Of course, that's the traditional Christmas color, but oopsie, might help if I put my paper there. Were you guys yelling at me? You forgot your paper. This is what's so nice about having a stamp platform, whatever one you might have, but when you have these stamps that you need to stamp more than one time, sure helps to be able to line them up perfectly. Let's see here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it just once more. All right. And we just have one more color and we'll be done with this part. And my last color is going to be the beautiful new Bubble Bath. I love this pink. We've needed a good pink, in my opinion, for quite some time. So I was tickled pink when they came out with this one. I'm going to make sure I've got that lined up right. Yeah, this is a good pink. And once more. Now that, doing a pink tree, a whole pink tree like that, and then coming back over the top with that other stamp and doing some silver embossing or even just white embossing would be so pretty. All right, there we go. Wipe this off and we will be done with that part. So there's still time to get in on the sale that Stampin' Up! Is currently having today, is the last day. And there's percentages off on paper, inks, and embellishments. Or no, ribbon. Out of the current annual catalog. Okay, so now we need to do some die cutting. And I went ahead and put all my dies for this set because there's so many on this magnetic sheet. There's one that cuts out each layer of the tree. And actually what I did is I took a picture of when I had these all on there with my phone. Because when you're taking more than one die off at a time, sometimes it's hard to get them all put back on there so that everything fits if you don't remember how it went exactly. And so that's what I did, was I took a picture of it with my phone so that I can just refer back to how everything was on there. Okay, so this is going to be the next layer here. So I'm just going to get all my dies in place and run through as many at one time as I can, just to make things go a little bit faster. I just love how this turns out. And you can actually get more than one tree out of this, doing this. And I will show you. You could probably get at least 3 trees with just adding a couple more stampings. And I'll show you what I mean when I get to that here. Okay, and while I'm doing this, because I know I will be able to fit some more things in, let me get my stuff out here. I've got a piece of glimmer paper or glitter paper, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to cut the garlands with that and part of the star for the top of the tree. So I can have that ready to go, and then I'm going to use the base here, and I'm going to cut that out of, or I already did cut it out. Sorry, I think, did I drop something? I did. I'm going to put those back in the bag so I don't lose them. Okay, so I don't need to cut that because I already did that ahead of time, but I've got this ready to go. Okay, let's get started. I'm just going to grab a couple pieces here and go. So bear with, it won't take me too long for this die cutting. Okay, I am ready to make a tree. Okay, so you see how it left part of the tree. Don't throw these pieces away because I'm going to show you how you can use the leftover pieces to make at least one more tree, but you could do more than that. Okay, here are my pretty garland pieces. I love glitter paper. And I have to say, I think this white is just really one of my favorites. Oopsie, I pulled the lid off the wrong end there. There we go. Okay, all the parts and pieces are ready. I will set this to the side here. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the biggest piece and then just put on a couple of dimensionals just at the bottom there. And then I'm going to run some glue just right up the middle to the tip. Just like that. But you do want to have glue at the tip. And then you're just going to line these right up on top of each other. And I'll do the same thing with each layer. And I hope you will watch till the end because this card turns out so pretty. Or if you don't have time, you can always come back and watch the replay. So you can do actually as many layers as you want. If you just wanted your tree to go that far and you were doing it all greens or whatever, you know, it's all your choice. That's what I'm saying. This set has so many possibilities. You could probably make trees with it all day and never make the same tree twice as far as colors and designs with the other stamp and all of that. There we go. That paper was being stubborn. And now just the tippy top. And I'm just going to put one right in the middle there. Okay, so there is my colorful tree. But now we've got this pretty garland to go on it. Get them in order so I can just get it on there without too much fuss. Okay, I'm finding that my little reverse tweezers here are a big help in this, and I just put one little dot of glue in each of those round areas. And we're just going to line this up here. This makes it so pretty and sparkly. And while it doesn't look very Christmassy after we add this and finish the card off, it certainly does look Christmassy. I hope if you are new to my channel that you will subscribe. And if you like what I'm showing, please give me a thumbs up. That would be really helpful. All right, we're almost to the top. Whoopsie. Wouldn't it be nice if it was this easy and fast to decorate your own Christmas tree? Okay, so there's that. And then I have this star for the top. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the tips of this star. And one right in the middle. Sorry, my phone rang. And then this fits right over the top. Oh, and it makes such a pretty star. Just need to hold it down a little bit for that to grab onto that glue. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so let me put a little bit of glue right up here on the tippy top of the tree. We'll get the star on there. And then I've got the base cut out of the gold foil also, so I'm going to put a little bit of glue back here. Okay, that was my husband that was calling. I'm just going to have to answer that real quick. Hang on just a second. Okay, so sorry about that. He forgot that I was doing my video, but I just wanted to make sure that all was well. Okay, so pretty, I think. All right, now remember how what I told you about making another tree. So when you keep those layers that you didn't use, the pieces that you didn't use, you can recut those out with using the same dies. You'll have to cut a new one that's in the color that was your base color here. And then this is what it looks like on the back, because you just glue them all together. So you get a much shorter, squattier tree. But it doesn't really matter, because if you were doing a grouping on a card, probably not with these colors, okay? Like if you were doing regular various shades of green, or just even all one shade of green, then you could get even more than that tree, because this is my original. So I still have this much left from my original cutting. And second, let's see. Yeah, and second cutting, I still have this much left over. So you would have to go back and do 2 more colors for the top layers of your tree. is all, but you could at least get 3 trees out of one full inking, if that makes sense. You're just going to get shorter trees, but I think that's okay. All right, so we are done with that. Let me stick my pen in my glue. Sorry about that interruption. Okay, so I have got the rest of my pieces cut here. I've got a piece of thick white cardstock for my base. And then I have this piece of patterned paper here that I'm using, which comes from the Hello Irresistible paper. This is not a Christmas paper, and it is an online only paper, and it's available so you can find this paper. It's beautiful papers, but it just happens to match with my color scheme today. So that is what I'm using. And I'm going to go ahead and just glue this on because it's going to be the full front of my card. So even though this glue dries really fast and doesn't give me a whole lot of wiggle room, it's a little bit more wiggle room than if I were to use my ATG gun. Okay. So I just want to do my best to get it on here even, and it looks like maybe I might have to trim a little bit of my card off on the top. I always cut 2 card bases out of my paper, and sometimes your paper's a little bit wider, you know what I mean? So let me just trim that off, and we will be set. Yeah, it was just a little bit wider than 5.5. Yay! All right, there we go. So now then, I have used my favorite die set. This is the Scalloped Contours dies. I love these. And I cut a piece out of white, and I also cut this gorgeous piece, hoping I'm not blinding you here. And this is from the Snowflake Magic Specialty Designer Series paper. This is in the current mini catalog. You get 6 pieces of paper in this set. This is one of them. This is one, and then the other one is a white and silver sort of splattery kind of pattern. But I love this with the snowflakes. It's so pretty. Okay, so I think what I am going to do is just go ahead and put this on. To here. And before I get too much further, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside. So in this set, we have this fun stamp here that you can actually stamp over the Christmas tree that's made into a Christmas shape, but I'm going to use it on the inside of the card along with that little star there. And I'm going to ink it up with Pretty Peacock because it's in sort of the same colors as what I've been using here as far as the kind of turquoisey or blue-green or whatever color you want to call this color family. And hopefully I won't mess up because I've already got my layers onto my card. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this here. And then I've got the little stamp mounted up of the star. And I'm going to, no, let's see here. I think I'm going to go ahead and ink it up with the Lemon Lolly, the same color that I used on the one layer on the front. And I'm just going to put a little star on the top here. Cute. And I see that I had already cut my glitter star out too. I didn't realize that I could actually have put that on there, but that's okay. I'll save it for one of my other little trees. Okay, let's get this layer on. Let me get this. Okay, and now for the tree. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I popped it up, so I'm going to pop up the tree. Did I pop it all the way? I did. And the tree's a little bit taller than the layer that it's going on to, but that is okay. But with all the sparkle and shine of the garland and the star, and then the shine of that pretty foil paper, I just think this card turns out so pretty. And here's the first one I did, so they're pretty much just alike. And oh, I did put a little layer, and here is that. I missed that, so let me go ahead and add that to the inside. Decorate it up just a little bit more. And this was just the piece left over from when I cut the piece on the front. Get that little piece of glue off there. So there is that. Yeah, so what do you think? Do you like non-traditional Christmas colors in your card making, or do you like to just stick to traditional colors? I just think this turned out gorgeous, and it turned out just the way I wanted it to. So I'm really happy with it. I love the little snowflakes on that foil paper in the background. I'd love to have just a whole package of that in different colors. But yeah, so there you have it. Again, this is using the Merriest Trees stamps and dies. I don't have my dies put on there, but you see how many you get there, a lot. And you can just do wonders with this bundle, or the stamp set individually even, or the dies individually. You can just have a ball making all kinds of Christmas trees or trees. Okay, let's read a few little things out of The Joy of Angels. And I think that we are over here. We shall find peace, we shall hear the angels, we shall see the sky sparkling with diamonds. And that's by Anton Chekhov. I wish I had a little mini Christmas book of some sort to read things out of. Touched by an Angel, it says. Isn't that what that one TV show was called? How many angels are there? One who transforms our life is plenty. And that's by somebody who remains anonymous. And the angel said, I have learned that every man lives not through care of himself, but by love. Leo Tolstoy. We are each of us angels with one wing, and we can only fly embracing each other. Luciano de something. Cute picture. All right, so I think that's enough for today. We'll stop there. So don't forget, there is that sale going on. Today's the last day. Stampin' Up! Paper, inks, and ribbons all have a different percentage off, but you will see it on the, when you go shopping, you'll see those prices. They automatically come up and let you know what the sale price is. And I will put the link to my shopping site in the description box below. And I've got some cute things ready for Saturday morning makes on Saturday, so you'll have to come back and see what that is. I hope you like these cards today, and even if you don't like the non-traditional colors, you can certainly do them in whatever colors that you love, okay? Take care. Happy stamping. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.